whatever it is, wherever you are. So, we kind of don't know exactly what to do right now. I guess I do have a list of unsolved mysteries. We've got the Shy Capybara. Well, I guess there's the clocks. The skull pile. The kangaroo's still around. We can scare the bat off. Maybe that's only to scare them off if you want to do stuff in that room. I don't know if we've been everywhere with the remote yet. There's the odd half room. We were poking at the frog thing without success. I guess there was the... We wouldn't be able to play it on the other frog. The black light things only appeared in one case was only a clue and not a spot. We tried playing it there. It occurred to me that because we have doubled eyes, it would be 2 of every note. It'd be unusual, but I never did find the one of those. No, there's that. Can I even say... I don't know if I can... I'd probably have to replace the one-set icons to have any hope of seeing other stuff here. There's the mutual door. So actually, from what I've been seeing, as long as the frisbee's up, they're going to be busy with that. So you don't really need to write it. Okay, shush. No, there goes one dog. So the only thing I've been able to think of... oh, I guess top would take some time. Oh, top doesn't go down there. Can we set up a little obstacle course here? Okay, that would result in dumping something down there. We just wouldn't be able to see it. And I don't think any of my tools operate off screen. Set bubbles. That seems pretty instant. Yeah, I can't even get it to visibly change on this side of the map. Here, I know that you won't go down there. I'm gonna ride a frisbee out of there. What good would that do? We've been missing a firecracker ability all this time, have we? No. Because those occur over time. Right, that's an old switch. Oh, no, got him fully. I thought we could just make him shut up. Yeah, Clunky doesn't exist outside. Unless Slinky Ghost Cat activates switches, but it has to be activating switches in another map. And I don't think I've ever seen them activate a switch. So we have to get them like perfectly positioned and then run out here. Oop. Okay. Okay, so it does remain red as long as we hold it down. But But it activates on press, not on release. And that does not have any effect on the function of these buttons, like the way you go into play mode on the flute. Is this a sign we see often? But what would it mean if it did mean something? Oh, God. I don't think we've ever seen bubbles activate anything except fish pipes. You know what? The only thing that operates off screen. Well, that does remind me. One thing I did see on a stream was somebody had figured out that with the fancy bubble wand, at least, you can actually bubble down. You cannot bubble up, though, which is interesting. We did get a dynamite near here. Maybe that's for the dogs. Yeah, there's not a switch in the other areas. This is the only adjacent area with a switch. Nothing that we have that causes switches. Can exist off screen. And any other entity that would do it, I think also wouldn't operate off screen. Because we know hedgehogs will disappear if they get to the edge of the screen. Not that I've ever seen them flip a switch, but that kind of thing. I guess we know Slinky Ghost Cat does exist off screen. I don't think I've ever seen them flip a switch. There's a switch over there, isn't there? I guess there goes all my health. I guess we've accomplished nothing at this point. We could just reset. Oh, we can set up a better reset. Oop. Okay, it wasn't quite the right direction for a route for you to be going. Yeah, no evidence that they activate switches at all. You're like the only thing that might possibly be going off screen. Ah, that's the platform shuffling stuff. What is that room? Ah. You do have the one little bit of rock jutting down there. Or brickwork. But this doesn't appear to give us anything. This might be technically a playable block, but I don't know if there's any way to do it now. Guess not. I guess leaving the signal has the same effect here. Yes, this machine doesn't work. This machine wouldn't work. So our conclusion has always been that there would be switching stuff you could do. This is like a return. Maybe return from some songs, teleport to when there's a switching system on the other side that you could set up. I don't know if the trick to that would actually be around here. We certainly got an interesting little cave top here. It's just large enough to be hiding one of the little rabbit holes. That doesn't have to be here. So that's like the double block raise room. No, that's the double block raise room. Where was Frog? So it could be by visible eyes. Well, we just screwed that up terribly. Or could that be like Note Ties, where it's like play it for a really long time? Ah! I keep doing that. So we had all kinds of questions about this song. And it's just gonna get a lot worse. If we're doubling things. Ah, that doubled too much. Then there's transpose, the last one. And then there's what if the ones that are covered don't count. I didn't hear if that was a one or two. And then if the last notes are transposed. Yep. Nope. Do we already try taking this back to frog? Are we going to have kangaroo this time? We are not. Good. Alright, how the two clip jet. Okay, well, it's not any of those. So I really don't know how to read it. Now, the frog has a pattern that only indicates a four-way. Now, there are 4 notes in, like, the main area. Or... do we read them like eggs? Because we do have 2 lines sometimes. We would have to ignore the start and the stop then. We only have 2 that are upside down, and only one of those is overlapped with a one we do have. We have the 2 together, but we decided that if that was moved over from where a pillar pipe thing comes through, then it would equate to the same song and it wouldn't matter. Unless, of course, we're supposed to ignore all upside down ones. Which seems unlikely, but... So that would be you and... I guess you. Oh god. Why do the swirls on this change direction? Maybe they just had to flip it for the corner lighting? This is probably a repeated pattern that shows up lots of places. What was I doing that made that easier to read? Huh. This must be a fruit that I picked up. It's not marked on the map. So most of these... Well, eggs only exist in 3 bars, don't they? Oh, wait a minute. Okay, now you... Most of these are on these 2 areas. And then you drop down. And then this one is the 3 up there. Plus we've got this guy. On this screen we have 4 levels. Which I guess could represent an 8 if we ignored this one. If we went with like, well... No, egg striping went down. Oh. Does upside down mean you're actually 1 higher? So you would go up there. So other than having both of your eyes appear, I think really the only reason that one would need to. But like this clearly highlights the eyes as a thing. And why the 4? Why do you got the 4-piece thing on you? We know there's the rabbit code. But that feels like it's from a whole different era of this. We don't actually have directions, though. Unless we treat their heights as 0, 1, 2, 3, and then turn that into directions. But I interpreted that as being the 2-bit codes. That stored their ear positions. Which is like for an entirely separate thing. Oh, and this is a see-through wall, apparently. Get a little bit of shadow there. The rest probably open to be able to see up. Some kind of closet? And there's the frog. Is that even a little cross on his chest? Is that a coat rack? How else would we interpret this as something? This hallway serves no purpose except a possible shortcut. Maybe I'm extra freaked out because I didn't notice it for the longest time, but we do have a blacklight drawing of this frog. And there's this secret hallway that seems to serve no purpose. I guess it's a little bit of a shortcut from the teleporter zone. But why this decoration? It's like extra disturbing because that 4-part pattern is very similar to the thing that's going around in circles above. As far as I know, those are just arbitrary symbols to move those blocks, and I don't really know. It doesn't seem clear to me how that corresponds to anything down here. So that would technically put you 1 up. If we considered, and that actually would be position significant if it was a whether it was sort of here or whether it was moved over from the pipe and sort of peeking back around. Then that one would only be to preserve the eyes. Okay, so if we say they're only upside down... And you see, we were saying, oh, the eyes are glowing, so it's the eyes that matter, not the overall statue position. Okay, so if we take that version and say that got transposed into there, as, gosh, this is mostly, this is like all 5-4, so that would be a 6 and a, let's see if doot, that would be an upper, An upper diagonal. And there's a question of does it go there or does it go one over? And at the end, we would have... Wait. Why am I doing 3, 3, 3 here? There's only 2 of these. Oh god. Yeah, why do I have 2 written down here? So all of these other trials are wrong. Yep. That was completely wrong. And what was this one? We removed something. Oh, the ones that were completely hidden. And then that one was simply omitting the upside down ones. Wasn't it? Oh no, that changes one of those. This changes this 3 into a 4. If we're going with this theory. There's still the question of ordering on that one. Do we have anything else that's tractable? So frog wheel, mutual door. The only thing for Shy Capybara I've been able to think is that we've got this like double capybara kind of heart-shaped room. Could I get some kind of code from them, but I don't know how to interpret it. There must have been a button up here. There's indeed a double capybara room. Right, so we've got 2 capybaras. We've got a sort of thing on the fountains here. Is that a 4 or 8 pointed star, kind of like the music system? But what they do is they look left and right a little bit, and they blink. Which is like all you'd expect from some background animation. But how do we translate that into something useful? Okay, so they're not perfectly synced up for a while. Like when one looked to the side, the other looked forward. Now they're not lined up. I guess I haven't really been trying to say, is there a pattern? Well, like conceivably, we have to make some sense of head turn and the blinks, right? It's only the blinks. And there's 2 of them, and then how do we combine that into something useful? And why does only one of these guys have stone walled by this side of him? I don't know what to do with that. So that is pretty close. But it is a stone wall that's exactly as high as your... Well, no. It's not exactly as high, because that's just the part we can see light from. There is a lot of space around that room. Oh, it's monkey room. I didn't have you down as an outstanding mystery. I mean, you're definitely a place that connects to some other stuff. But it was kind of like a little bonus thing along the track of that other stuff. And, like, it's these kinds of random rooms. Like, we had the barcode dogs. So those are technically within an 8 range. So we have dupe, we have 1. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I mean, 8, 7, 5, 6. Which translates into... Those appeared above, which is not useful. Hmm. Yeah, I don't think you do anything besides throw stuff. Or at least I've not found it. We can get a lot more bubbles now. Okay. I don't care about bubbles. I don't care about ball, even though it's kind of a throwing thing. Unfazed by fireworks. And I might be able to technically touch them if we got... Well, I mean, and we could bubble up for sure, maybe at the cost of a few hits. Okay. Touching doesn't do anything. Alright, well, we've legitimately made no progress. We're kind of living off other people's stuff for a little bit. We still haven't gotten anywhere on the frog theories. I guess I'd have to actually try to record, like, blinking patterns and stuff, but I don't know what to do with the pattern if I found it as part of the issue.